Bonjour. Hello. Welcome back to Nightreign. Here we have some new dialogue.
I cannot help but think. We were an odd lot, weren't we? Thrown together by forces beyond our control, with no choice but to accept our duty to fight. You, for one, were up to the task. And for that, you have my deepest gratitude. Eventually, there will be a time to celebrate, when our work is complete. For now, let us bury this devourer of worlds. How can I help? When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection of this round table. But we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else, we are allies. It is good to have you once again. What is it? I will do my utmost to aid you. It is time to finish this once and for all.
There we have that. And a lot of the NPCs have new dialogue. I'm not going to go through all of it. Anyways, the last time we played as a Wilder, we got to see his personal favoritism castle, along with doing another remembrance from him. This time, I'm going to be doing another Guardian Remembrance. I'm going to be doing these like one at a time, just beat through beat. Now, I've already read his pages last time, so we can just head right into it. You're new.
Well, well, you must be my savior. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am but a humble merchant. I must have strayed into this cheery place at some point, though I know not when or how. I believe you are attempting to rescue the lands between from its plight. Well, I can hardly stand by and do nothing. Allow me to aid you in your quest, even as one who leads a somewhat unusual existence. I'm sure I can be of use.
Okay, so he is a model of an aristocrat. Now, the last page it mentioned that an unfamiliar merchant showing up. I thought it meant this. I suppose it means this guy.
Ah, pardon me. Please, take this to mark the occasion of our acquaintance.
Eerie charm. A handcrafted charm that is somehow unsettling.
It might seem a little worse for wear, but trust me, it remains as potent as ever. It will protect you, my savior. I shall share them out amongst your comrades later. Now please, do take a look at my wares.
Can we see that somewhere here? Might be a key item. Yep, a handcrafted charm that is somehow unsettling. A gift from the apparitional merchant, crafted in an unrehearsed, imitative manner, judging by the frayed fabric and numerous loose strings. Yet a charm is a charm, no matter the appearance.
All you could ever need, at a fair price.
Endurance +1, strength +1, int +1, arcane +1.
Sometimes merely browsing is nice, isn't it?
So, those were all garbage. Next objective, look around the round table hold. Oh, brother.
What is it? We must put in.
Why would we have an objective like just look around? Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, my champion. Are you quite all right? my champion.
That makes sense. The game didn't want to give anything away. I've been hopsicleized. I mean, if anyone's gonna die, I'd rather be Guardian than Wilder.
You're awake. You gave us such a fright collapsing like that. Your body is in reasonable condition, as far as I can tell. How do you feel? All seems well. Thank goodness.
Rememberest thou the charm thou art given? Indeed. The cause was immaturity. A wish became a curse. I doubt there was any malice involved, but if it had happened in the midst of battle, danger would have abounded.
I have informed everyone who received the charm to dispose of it. There is nothing more to worry about.
Okay. Now we have to go give that guy a stern talking to, maybe a halberd to the chest.
Ah, welcome, my savior. What? What's the matter?
Eliminate! I cannot ignore a danger to the flock. Alright, we can't ignore a danger to the flock. Let's kill him.
Ah, what are you doing? Why, my savior, tell me why I don't want to.
Merchant's ledger. A dubious ledger used by a merchant. Filled to the margins with detailed records of transactions. A recent bold entry stands out. Ancient annals conveyed to a demon. Well, alright, that's like the Wilder one, where it was like super short. Yeah, and just gave us a chalice. But then there was another one immediately after that. So we were at 6, now we're at 7. This is a memory of the new flock. After taking care of the merchant, the guardian heard a voice coming from behind. I suppose that would to protecting thy flock, said the recluse. Indeed, mistress. I consider our fellows of the round table to be as you say. In response, the recluse nodded her head, unspeaking for a moment. Then, I know the laws of thy people. Thou wilt not suffer those who endanger the flock to remain. There was within the merchant's ledger a clue pertaining to the cursed blades. He asked the iron menial to help investigate. And that would be in this remembrance, I'm assuming. Good thing I checked, because I was about to go in the other direction.
I haven't seen the merchant of late. Do you happen to know anything?
Nope. Well, okay.
Oh, you didn't have to go and...
It was to protect the flock.
I see. Well, we'll let bygones be bygones, shall we? I won't speak any more on the matter. In any case, it appears as if you have more to say.
I have a book.
What's this? A list of transactions. Ah, here. The tome we're looking for. Conveyed to a demon. What on earth could it mean?
Personal objective added. Now, I should say that on this character, I've only beaten the first 4, but find the demon merchant. Yeah, on my other character where I operate in like full coordinated teams, I've beaten both Equilibrious Beast and Dark Drift Knight. Because Dark Drift Knight has an Everdark Sovereign version of it out right now at the time of recording, and team wanted me to join them in that, so I beaten both of these on the other character. But here, Equilibrious Beast, a goat-headed being who pretends to be a man, said to be able to use a dubious form of alchemy. Counterfeit gold causes a loss of sanity, beckoning madness. However, those who foment madness are sure to succumb to the self-same malady in the end. And so, yeah, unlike the first four, for the Beast and the Knight, I'm actually going to have some knowledge going in. Not a ton on the Beast. I've only fought them, I think, twice. I've beaten them once, I know, and I've lost to them once, I know. I don't think I've had any other runs with, like, against them, though. But the Dark Drift Knight, I fought them a few times. Mostly the Everdark Sovereign version. And once I beat all 8, I'm gonna go through and give my opinions on all of them. But I will say, both this one and Everdark Sovereign, they're both pretty iffy to me. Like, both of them have a few things that I like, but also a few things that I don't like. And we'll get to them when we get to them. For now, this isn't a voiceover. I'm talking as I'm playing, which is what I prefer, as it makes things a lot easier for me and allows things to flow more naturally, in my opinion. But it also makes the game a lot harder, because focusing on talking and playing at the same time tends to get you a giant foot to the dome. This is cold, so it has frostbite, which is nice. It's like the same damage, but it also has frostbite. Ugh. Good to get up for a second. But alright, let's go. Are we gonna make that? Oh, we are. You'll love to see it. This is something that I believe I mentioned before, but for some reason people never learn. And it's... I really, really wish people would take off their pins. Nope. But yeah, like, once you hit an area, I feel like people should take the pin off just to stop any confusion, because you kind of need to go fast in these games. Neither of these are that good, so I'll pick that up and I'll drop it. And maybe one of them will want it. Especially Wilder. He might want it. But, yeah, see, that threw me off for a second. Because there are 3 pins. And I was like, alright, which one's mine? Because I want to head in the right direction. And it took me a second to be able to figure out which one was mine. But that's not a problem if people actually take their pins off. And you'll notice I take my pins off. Like, once everyone gets to an area, I take the pin off, and that way it gets rid of the extra visual clutter and makes it to where there's only one pin. Or two if both teammates have one on. Someone is slow. But we got it eventually. And God's getting noble. Nice tide is growing stronger. That's fine. I dodged too early. I'm not used to Guardian's dodge. And I think it's a difference. Okay, because look how small and pitiful it is. I'm way more used to Iron Eyes. Slowly is garbage, and so Runes was a very easy choice to make there. Kind of want to hit that, the other church, and then the main castle. There's that as well. And I'm looking for the beast. I'm not seeing it. This could be a thing of just I'm unobservant, or I'm not taking the time to properly look because of the time crunch. Feeding enemies restores HP. That's nice. So we're gonna mark that. I'm blue. So there are these little symbols next to the like different encampments and ruins and forts. And the little symbol gives you an idea of what the element is going to be. And knowing the element means that you know the boss. For example, this encampment, that symbol is Frenzy. And Frenzy means that it's the troll. Whereas there's a fire one. And the fire, we can ignore them. The fire symbol means that it's the flame chariots. That's the one. Although it might also be Red Midnight as an option. There we go, they're down. Increased runes. Increased number of runes obtained. You should always go for. At least on day one. Because it is such an incredible thing to get. You might think 10% isn't that good, but 10% for every boss you run into could you hear that? That was me desperately trying to swap lock times, and it just would not work. Actually, I was doing a few runs before this, just to warm up, and don't really care for that. But something that I decided to do was I tried Bluetooth because, like I said, I play controller on PC and landed in a tree. Makes sense for a bird, but still not what I wanted. But I typically, like, I have a cord that I have plugged into the PC, and I just plug my controller into the cord. And yeah, I'd rather go with that. I'd much rather go with the castle. And it's going to be Banished Knights for the castle. Nice yellow to see it. But I decided to run Bluetooth instead. Because I thought, hey, why not? It'd be nice to not plug in my controller. And there was some good to that and some bad to that. The good is that like how my character wobbles as they move forward. That wasn't happening. Someone went down. And you may notice it, like it's still not happening now. And I'm not sure why it's not happening now, but it's not happening now. But the bad is that there was a lot of lag. I mean, like, whenever I tried to interact with one of the boss things, I just couldn't. Because trying to press the interact button, it only worked if I was actively moving. Because if I wasn't actively moving, it just, like, didn't work. None of the buttons worked. And so I had to actively move while opening that in order to select whatever I wanted to select. And it was pretty stupid, and there was also a delay on some things. And so, like, if I tried to turn, it would either take a second or the camera would go, even if I just tapped it. Which made it very much not worth it. And so I just didn't go with it. So my controller is still plugged in. But it for some reason got rid of the wobbly issue. I don't understand why, but I'm very happy about it. Here, heading into night 1 at level 9. Now, we have a bit of time to take a closer look at all of this. To try to find The evil merchant. Yeah, this could be me being unobservant, but I really just don't see them. Maybe it's not a guaranteed spawn, maybe it's a day 3 thing only. Maybe they're hiding like off over here in some like random location and I need to find them for them to show up on the map. It could be any of those 3. It could also be me being unobservant. Those are the 4 options. I'm hoping that it's a day 3 thing. Because they do show up on day 3. That's something that I know. This is going to be a mariner and a group of the undead. Or those who live in death. Like I said, fighting the beast and the Dark Drift Knight gave me some knowledge. Yep. Maybe a mariner. Those who live in death. Crush those 2. Something else I know is that the beast starts out as like a merchant, like a cursed evil merchant, and they show up on day 3 and you start by talking to them and they offer you some deals. However, they can also sometimes show up on the map. And like, you can make deals with them. They can also like invade, and it'll take a quarter of your health, and you have to find them. It shows where they are on the map, and you can either pay them off, like a ransom, or you can kill them. And I think it's kind of cool. Oh, you're not getting away from me, mariner. There is no escape from the Guardian's wrath. There we go. All 3 of those are worthless to me. Back to the main castle it is. Got stuck in something there. Kind of feel bad for them because they really want to go for that, and we're just saying no. And it's a team-based game. You kinda need the team to back you up. I mean, you can go at things alone, but it is not advisable. And in we go. What do we get? An ancient hero Zamor. Not my favorite, but definitely not my least favorite. So I'll take it. For context, my favorite would be the Leonine Misbegotten and the Bellbearing Hunter. People say the Bellbearing Hunter is the hardest boss in Nightreign. And they're definitely very difficult. They hit very hard. Winding Grace, you'll love to see it. You'll love to get it. But I don't think the Bell-bearing Hunter is the hardest. Like, personally, I have a harder time with the Deathrite birds. Green Turtle Talisman, yes, yes, yes. Right. And off to the top of the building we go. You may notice down and to the right there's a door that I never go into. I actually got curious one day. Not while recording, just in a random run. Got curious, decided to go seaboard in it. And it was just like a normal room that led out to there, so it's an easy way to get to the site of grace. Bonk. Nope. I hate that attack. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna ult. Boom. Nope. Oh god. You got one guy throwing bombs at us, you got this guy spammed his one attack. Oh, Magmorm up there. Okay. But this, you need to like follow the flies back. And I saw the flies go out this way. I saw them go this way. So just gonna continue heading this way and where they go. Sentient. There we go. We can kill them. Slam that. Level absorb. Kill them. Right enemy felled. Plague of Locusts quelled. Attacks obtain a great amount of runes from enemies on rare occasions. Yeah, I've seen that a few times before as well. While doing the coordinated stuff. Which, speaking of, got really good at playing as a coordinated team. So the team that I played with, we have a normal map, a crater, a mountaintops, and another place. Would not let me level up there for a minute. And another place that we have not seen in the recordings yet. But another place that exists. and it's very cool. But we found a good path for like all of those different types. And just gonna ignore that and keep moving to the top because we do not have a ton of time. But as part of a coordinated team, we were able to consistently hit level 10 on night 1. Think about that. Level 10 on night 1. And then we were able to consistently hit level 15. Not night 2, but like halfway through day 2. And then we would head into day 3 with like 150k runes. And so we could buy whatever we wanted. And we got so powerful consistently. I see that one person is not with us. Executor is with me. There we go, now Wild is here. But yeah, out of those 3 shifting earth events, we were able to get very consistent results. The third one that has not been seen on any of the recordings yet, and therefore I will not talk about. I've only seen it, I think 2 or 3 times, but every time it's been so fun. I've gotten a certain specific boss on night 2 every time. I don't know if it's the only boss or if I just got lucky, because they were a great boss. I was so happy to see them. I've played enough this game. Oh! That was a lot of damage. But if you've seen enough of this game, or played enough, you might know what I'm talking about. But I absolutely love them. And I'm gonna say it when we see them, but I'll say it here as well. I think they're even better in this game. Maybe that'll give you a hint as to who I'm talking about. I was gonna go for that, but I'm lazy, so yeah, we can go get that. And I got the pulley crossbow just because the pulley crossbow is good, and it gives me a ranged option. And I don't exactly have a ranged option right now, so there's that. But yeah, really not seeing the merchant. So, I hope that finding it day 3 will be enough. Okay, I got stun locked there. But Wilder saved us. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. They got knocked down. Yeah, having a ranged option is good. We'll grab 10k, why not? Boom, level 15. And jump. These randoms are doing good. I'm happy with them. Oh, here's a little trick. You can hop up there, and that gets you to this end immediately. Again, this symbol, that's the frost, meaning it can either be 2 Elven Orc archers with physical attack, or it can be 3 Ancient Heroes of Zamor that are all spread out. That somehow completely missed all of them. Sir, you're gonna die. He committed too hard to running away, and it cost him his life. Draconic Sentinel here. I see a nice cavalry off in the distance. Ow. Alright. As I said before, I am not used to Guardian. Yeah, as you can see there, we just got 10k. Just for shooting the enemy. I was in the middle of the shooting animation and couldn't dodge. I have 0 flasks. So we got a flask back, yeah. But I still now once again have 0 flasks and less than half health. So that is definitely not ideal. Sir? Why are you looking at me? I like how Executor came in to help me out. That was nice of him. Uh-oh. This is a Crucible Knight, and then there's gonna be a Golden Hippo. And I have 0 flasks, and less than half health. So, I'm gonna have to play this very defensively. I say we'll taking a risk there by shooting instead of dodging. But it worked out. It was fine. The boss is looking at me, so he can get the revive. Going after that Draconic Reset was definitely a big mistake. And it's hurting us big time in this fight, but ah well. Question is, who's going to keep the guy at the Golden Hippo? I will. Yeah. The way that I do this is 2 people fight the Crucible Knight, and one person basically keeps the Golden Hippo distracted until the Crucible Knight is killed by the other two people. And I typically have someone who's really bad against Crucible Knights, like Iron Eye or Duchess, go after the Golden Hippo. Oh, my bones. But yeah, Iron Eye is very good against Golden Hippo. Oh, please. Restore its speed. Yeah, because Iron Eye can just sit back with the bow. Very similar to what I'm doing here with the pulley crossbow. Also, pulley crossbow, in case you don't know, part of what makes Iron Eye so good with bows is that he has a special, faster animation when it comes to shooting bows that the other characters don't get. The other characters get a slower bow shooting animation. Got another 10k there. But yeah, so Iron Eye is better for bows purely because he has a faster shooting animation. Both of these are good, but Winding Grace is just so much better. But yeah, Iron Eye is the best character for bows because he has a faster shooting animation. But crossbows, everyone has the same animation. No one is faster or slower. I'm gonna buy those, and we can move on. Ooh. This is 109, this is 151. So do we go with frostbite or damage? That's the question. I'm gonna go with damage for now. But yeah, so pulley crossbow, good for everyone because they don't have a slower animation. Now, here, this is the stage. I hope no one attacks it, because I want to see if I can get the thing. I wish to have deep faith. I desire flask. I want the power of demon. I refuse to make a deal. Offer a hand in battle here and there, but build up madness.
I have your measure.
Alter self to gain proficiency with faith.
It.
Well, that's unfortunate. Because, yeah, I really just did not see them there.
Right.
But, oh well. Here, Libra, creature of the night. Yeah, this is a frenzy guy. Oh, I thought he was doing something else. Yeah, those things, I'm not sure what those things even do. But if you get close... Didn't realize that would hit me. Yeah, if you get close... they like absorb into you automatically. And so that's something that is probably good to avoid. Like I said, I've only fought them, I believe, twice. So not too knowledgeable. I was about to say, if I get exploded here, because he has a shield thing there, and you need to do enough like stance damage to shatter it, because if you don't, then he gets like a different power up. Either way, he gets a power up, but if you don't break it, then he creates an explosion. And he gets a different, more powerful power-up. At least I assume it's more powerful. I tried to shield her, but couldn't. I'm gonna swap the cross now. Frostbite on him. You got it? Just need the team to move in and also help me hit it. Alright. We didn't get it, so now he's in this form. Yeah, with that, you want a surge sprint. And you just surge sprint in a single direction, and you'll avoid it. It's really not that bad, actually. It's pretty easy to avoid once you know what you're looking for, which is him grabbing like a golden ball and then crushing it and that. It can be a few different things, actually. Yeah, that's dangerous. I'm gonna go revive them. But yeah, that thing where the eyeball follows you, along with him meditating and gaining the orb around him. Those two things. Third volume, okay. Objective achieved. Okay, good. Whew. I was worried that I'd have to go again. Mostly because I don't really like playing Guardian. So, glad we got it. Third volume. Annals detailing a cursed weapon. We also got Night of the Demon. Huge rune discount for shop purchases. Gesture crossed legs builds up madness, and madness continually recovers FP. But yeah, those are the two things you want to save your alts for. Is when he goes into his meditation and has the like bubble around him, and when the little madness eye pops up over you and continuously builds madness. Those are the two things you want to keep your alt for. But here, Shifting Earth, Rotted Woods. A forest transformed by the power of an outer god. Overrun by scarlet rot and filled with all manner of decay. But life has found ways to resist. Survivors of the forest built a tower of fire to cleanse rotting miasma and nurture materials that temporarily stave off rot. Legend speaks of a secret protective forest blessing hidden inside the tower, alongside the countless heirlooms of would-be treasure seekers who lost their way. So that is the third shifting earth, the Rotted Woods. And I love it. I don't really like the aesthetic or the color palette, but the rewards and the Night 2 boss are phenomenal. I mean, it's a Scarlet Rot area. You can guess what the rewards are.
Well, well. Have you retrieved the final volume? Ah, I see. I needn't have asked. Very well. Let us see what it says.
Third volume. So I assumed that you would like find them, Libra, as a merchant somewhere on the map, and that you would have to buy the book. That's what I was assuming, which is why I was looking, and why I saved money going into day 3. Just I was wrong on that, but that would have been cool.
It appears the curse itself was brought from afar. Well, even if we weren't able to unravel the mystery to its fullest extent, you have my deepest gratitude for your efforts. Brave champion.
Brought from afar. Like the land of reeds. Guardian's Journal is updated. We got third volume. So we have the second volume here. Was the third volume? The third volume is a relic. Guardian creates a whirlwind when charging halberd attacks and HP restoration upon halberd attacks. Okay. Alright, so we have 8 and 9 now. Chapter 8. This is a memory of the new flock. The third volume laid bare the secrets of the cursed weapon known as the Ictaris. The curse is the product of a sorcery from deep within distant land, a script put down in blood. Blood, like how Executor's weapon has blood or bleed buildup by default. The Guardian remembered reading about this particular variety of magic. Knowledge and knowing lead to protection, so he believed. Of his knowledge gained under the tutelage of his teacher. The Guardian knew now for certain. He knew now of many stories. The tale of pack horses galloping across Windwale Knoll, the great adventures of the pirates of the coastal waters, the fearsome fellowship, the wandering warrior whose habit was to preserve scents with brush and ink, and finally the tale of the witch of the deep woods, who wielded cursed magics. And then chapter 9, this is a memory of the new flock. The Guardian was forced to make a decision for the safety of the flock. Eyes closed as he contemplated matters, someone approached. I do not like to interfere. Across from him stood a girl who seemed more dull than human. The newest feather to find home within the flock. I really like how the Pinion folk refer to people as feathers. I think that's adorable. But the newest feather to find home within the flock. However, I owe the witch a debt. Even with what you now know, it is not too late. And with that she left, leaving behind a scrap of paper, and we can begin the next remembrance. But I like to keep things under an hour, so we'll do that at a later time. Next is Iron Eye. But for now, I think we can end that here. We did another Guardian Remembrance, along with fighting the Equilibrious Beast for, I think, the first time in a recorded run. And we won. It's not my first time fighting them, but it's the first time fighting them in a recorded run. So, good progress. Another Night Lord down. I'm happy with that. Next up is Dark Drift Night. I hope to see you then, and, yeah.